So today, lads, we're going to talk a little bit about the old WNBA media situation that's happening right now in free agency. And it's weird that there's no... Why is it that nobody's... First of all, nobody's breaking any news. Literally, there's no news being broken at all. Like, this isn't like the NBA where, like, shams... It doesn't even need to be shams. Like, why is it that there is I'm going to look here on YouTube. Like, why is there no media on any of these? Why are none of these people talking about the fact that Alana Smith went on camera and said, basically, teams are going to look different. I loved Minnesota, and said, I loved Minnesota. If an NBA player said that in free agency, there would be everything going on. Everything would be going on. But it is literally a couple of YouTube channels talking about Alana Smith. Right now, I think I might be the only person talking about the fact that Erica Wheeler's in Vegas. Do you want to know there is a perfect four to play beside Camila Cardoso, who will cost about $1 million, who is currently in Chicago. I'll make a video on that. Why is it that we're not hearing, and it doesn't have to be, by the way, obviously the media ecosystem is very different. Like for an Annie and Alexa, when they're talking about these things. But like there is no there's genuinely no kind of like, you know, in normal sports media where there's people talking about rumors and hyping up players to this, to that. That doesn't really exist in the traditional media in the WNBA. It's like that side of the media, which very much exists in every other sport, by the way. Like if you're looking at, say, football, like, or soccer, as you call it in America, if you look, no matter what country you're in, there's a Sky Sports News where during transfer deadline day or which is basically this period, everyone's talking about every rumor. You've got everyone has Fabrizio Romano. Like, whatever about Shams. Shams ain't no Fabrizio Romano. Like, Fabrizio Romano has every single, like, rumor, what could be happening, everything. Whereas now, we found out a day ago that Satu Sabali is not staying with the Mercury. No one has any idea of any teams she might be going to. It's not that people don't know where she wants to go to. People don't have any idea of any possible teams that Satu Sabali might want to go to. Which is mental. Which is actually kind of crazy. That nobody knows what teams Satu may or may not want to go to. And you've then got Alana Smith taking... The one thing is that we've heard Alana Smith has taken, or not even taken a meeting, that the Liberty are inquiring about Alana Smith. But also we saw the balloons with NECA. The only free agency news we've heard are balloons. And there's not even rumors. There's not even rumors. Like, why is nobody... Like, it's at the stage where we just need to find anything. Heck, find anything. Like, Jackie Young. Okay, Jackie Young posted a picture of shoes in Mercury colored shoes. Somebody talking about Jackie Young, maybe saying she might be joining the Mercury. I don't care. Like, if it's even, the players are giving us snippets, like, we can at least talk about these topics. Because we have to. Why is there nobody in the even media section? I understand why Alexa and Annie Costable aren't doing it, because they are like the shams type players. They'll be breaking the actual news and they don't want to start speculating. There's a big difference between being a speculator, speculating on things, talking about rumors, talking about potential fit, but they're not doing that either. Like, why during WNBA free agency is whatever about, like, if you're Chennai or if you're one of these people on ESPN doesn't want to have Aiton on WNBA free agency. Why are there none of them talking on Twitter about potential rumors? Heck, fuck it, Chennai. It was Chennai's sister. You know, you don't want to speak about NECA. Like, at the end of the day, Chiney was like, "Oh, I'm off Twitter for the day." Why should ESPN's main WNBA analyst be off Twitter the day free agency starts? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, why? Where is the heck? Even you would have Skip Bayless in the NBA stuff recording videos on his phone. There'd be new free agency news, and he'd be recording videos on his phone. Same with Stephen A. Smith. To get this news out before he goes on TV the next day. You've got none of that in the WNBA. It's mental. Like, I'm looking at this whole thing and I'm just like, I don't know what way they think this is going to go and what they're pushing for. But like, I get it as well. Their players, like, maybe the agents don't want to leak anything and the league doesn't want to leak anything. Fuck it. Like, even the Kawhi Leonard saga. Everybody knew Kawhi Leonard was leaving the Raptors. Or maybe he was staying in the Raptors. It was 4 days, no signing, and everyone talked about whether he's going to the Lakers, what that could mean. Is he going to the Clippers? Is he going to stay with the Raptors? Everyone talked about all that stuff. And then, obviously, when it happened, it happened. Same with Kyrie and Kevin Durant. Like, people were talking about weeks in advance that Kyrie, Kevin Durant joining Brooklyn in free agency. And yes, NBA free agency is not the same anymore. But WNBA free agency is. Everyone's a free agent. Everyone's a free agent. Like, there's no speculation. There's no team beat writers other than the Indiana Fever writing about potential free agents their teams could sign. At least there's a couple of New York Liberty people talking about at least the New York Liberty person talked about Alana Smith. And at least Roberta posted about the Seattle Storm probably losing Nneka and Skylar. But that's it. That's literally it. That is literally it. Like, it doesn't even need to be credentialed journalists. Like, you don't even have to be credentialed journalists. Just at least, even just fan media. Even if fan media can just go and say, fuck it, we're going to write speculation. Heck, fuck it, we can make it up ourselves. For all we know, they can make it up themselves. They don't have to say it for a fact. They're like, you can just say, this team needs this, therefore this player is free. Or this player could be a player picked up. Like, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I'm like, where are we exactly looking at this situation? But yeah, we're seeing and hearing nothing. We're genuinely seeing and hearing nothing in the WNBA right now. And I'm like, I don't know what exactly we can do here. I don't know what exactly we can do. As fans, like, it's boring. As fans, this is extremely, extremely boring. And that's the last thing you want. How is this free agency bonanza boring? How has this become boring? I don't understand. How has one of the craziest free agency situations in the history of sport, where over half the league are free agents, become boring? Mental. Anyway, I'll see you guys.